What up, YouTubers and Home Alone lovers, man? It's the Davis duo. We also added one to the duo, so now it's a trio. We got Ace on the other side. It's our new dog, but we won't show him right now because it'd be doing a lot to get him over here right now. So yeah, man, we're on a snow day, by the way, right? This is a snow day for both of us, and we'll take it. We'll gladly take it. It's a lot of snow. We're on a level 3 snow advisory right now, and we'll take it.
But what we're doing is we're ranking our Home Alone, talking about stuff about Home Alone.
Let's get it. All right, so we're gonna rank the Home Alone movies first, and within that, we will ultimately talk about Home Alone, right? So, how many Home Alone movies are there?
6.
There are 6
7.
Oh my goodness, here we go. So there are 6 Home Alone movies total. We've watched them all multiple times. And so
Well, let's see, not the last 2 multiple times.
we've watched this one multiple times. We watched the 5th one multiple times. We watched this one in 2024 and all that a lot in 2020. This was one of your favorite ones, 2024. I guess the last one, the 6th one, no, we've only watched it once. You're right. So we may have different lists here, and that's okay. That's all right. So let's see where we're at. Do you want to start first?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. 1 through 6. What you got?
2,
Home Alone 2.
then 1. Because Macaulay Culkin is just the best in the Home Alones.
Okay, agreed. All right.
Then 5, then 6.
Okay.
3, then 3 and 4.
And 3 and 4. So you got Home Alone 2, Home Alone 1, then you got Home Alone 5, Home Alone 6, Home Alone 3, and Home Alone 4.
Yes.
In that order. That's 1 through 6. Okay. So that's not bad. This is my order. I'm gonna go Home Alone 1. I'm gonna go Home Alone 2. I'm gonna go Home Alone 3. I was 7 in 1997. And so I still actually related to Home Alone 3. It worked out a lot for me. I liked it. And his name was Alex, and so that's my name too. So I'm going 3 straight across the board. Then I'm probably going to have to bring in. I wasn't a big fan of Home Alone 4. After the first 3, it kind of gets rocky for me. The last 3 aren't as good. And then the 5th one, they were kind of 4 and 5 were kind of corny, kind of cheesy to me. They were more like, little Hallmark movies. They weren't like movies for real. Home Alone 3 was still a movie for me for real. So I'm gonna go for my 4th spot. I'm gonna go Home Sweet Home Alone is gonna be my number 4 spot, and then number 5. I think maybe I'll go Home Alone. What's the Home Alone, the Holiday Heist? That'll be my number 5 spot, and then for that 6th spot will be the Home Alone 4. So I got, for my 1 through 6, I got 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. What makes you go Home Alone 2 over Home Alone 1? Why do you like Home Alone 2 Lost in New York over the original Home Alone?
Just the pranks in it are better, I feel like.
Okay.
I want to watch the Home Alone because of the pranks.
You like the pranks, for sure. So you like the pranks. Okay, see, I like the pranks in 1 though too.
Same. I like both of them the best.
Okay, and you had 4 over 3? Is that what you had? Or no, you had...
I had 3 over 4.
No, okay, so what was your 3rd spot is what I was saying.
My 3rd spot was the Holiday Heist.
Why do you have that over number 3? Over Home Alone 3?
I just think it was better.
Just think it was better? Why do you think it was better? What's the reason?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't think there would be, since I haven't seen it in a while, I didn't think there would be 2 people.
Okay.
2 people who got left home alone.
Okay. All right.
They wouldn't be home alone because there was 2 people.
There was 2 of them. No, for sure.
So why is it called Home Alone?
Ooh, now we talking, bro. Now we talking for sure. Yeah, I felt like the last 3 just didn't have that same movie feel. We still get the movie feel even in Home Alone 3 for me, for real.
I get the movie feel in the first 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. For me, I get them in the first 2 plus the 3rd one. I feel like the first 2 they're the biggest, obviously, especially in the time frame they came out, right? 1990, hands out your mouth, kid. 1990, 1992, right? Big movie time, right? These are the 90s, and these were big films, right? They were both directed
By John Hughes.
They were directed by Chris Columbus, but they were produced by
John
Hughes, right? And so you get the same consistent vibe. We have a lot of the same characters. You got Macaulay Culkin, you got Daniel Stern, you got Joe Pesci, got the same mom, dad, siblings, right? And so you get a lot of that same cast, which gives you that same feel. Not to mention that time frame from 90 to 92 is also very similar. But then from 92 to 97, we have a whole half a decade, right? A whole 5 years. And so now things start to look different and feel different because we're actually in a different period of time, right? So yeah, that's our rank. Home Alone, 1 through 6. What's yours? Sound like the Capital One commercial. What's in your wallet?
Bruh.
You got anything else you want to say?
Do you have anything else you want to talk about Home Alone? Like what parts you liked in it?
Okay, come on. What parts did you like? I mean, yeah, go ahead. You start us off.
The parts I liked were really just the pranks.
Okay, well, do you have a favorite prank? Now I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, no.
It has to be in the first two. So I think my favorite prank in the second one was whenever Harry hopped onto that thing and Marv went onto the other side and Harry just went flying in the air and landed on the car in the second one.
Oh, was it like the wooden plank almost, where they came down on it?
And there was some like bend thing under it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And
about.
whenever Marv jumped on it last, Harry went flying. And he broke the car.
No, for sure. Home Alone 2, look, in both of those there were, and I only really remember the pranks from Home Alone and Home Alone 2, vividly at least. In both those movies, we get instances where Joe Pesci, what's his name, Harry Lime, his hat gets caught on fire, right? So like in the
That happened in both two movies.
That's what I just said, youngin. That's what I just said. No, the first one, right? He walks through the door and it gets lit on fire, right? The other one, what happens in Home Alone 2? How's it get lit on fire? I forget how it gets lit on fire initially, but then he puts his head in the toilet to put it out. But what he doesn't realize is there's like lighter fluid in the toilet, which makes it blow up even more. So there are definitely a lot of similarities in the movies. I think in the first Home Alone, where Kevin sends the paint canisters down the stairs to smack him in the face, right? I think that's a good one. And then he does the same thing in Home Alone 2, but Harry and Marv duck. They know it's coming, right? Because they've been there before. And so they move out the way. But what they don't account for is for that big bar to come, right? And then it takes them both out. What other pranks you like?
Another prank that I like is probably when that big thing goes down the stairs.
What's the big thing that goes down the stairs?
Remember that big machine thing in that band building? It was going down the stairs and Harry and Marv were like this, trying to see what sound it was.
Oh, see, I don't know if I'm remembering that. Keep going.
Whenever it got to the door, it made them no room on the wall, and then it smushed their nose.
Oh, I do remember that. No, because especially Marv's nose was like super crooked and bent that way. No, I remember that now for sure. I thought it was wild how Kevin was throwing bricks off the roof, right? And Marv could not dodge the bricks. How you not dodging the bricks, man?
Harry was really dodging them.
Yeah, they were also, I feel like, yeah, you're right, but I feel like they were also just like coming straight at Marv, though. He wasn't paying attention for whatever reason.
Marv got pranked more.
Yeah, for sure. But I think as we've learned, we learned that Daniel Stern is a big, what they call a methods actor, right?
What's that?
He really gets involved, right, in every single aspect. So he's almost like his own stuntman too. And so a lot of the stuff that, was being done, nobody was stepping in for him. He was doing it all. Like with the tarantula, right? He was deathly afraid and scared of tarantulas, which I'm guessing he had what they call arachnophobia, right? Scared of spiders. And Chris Columbus said, or I don't know if it's Chris Columbus or John Hughes, but they said, we're sticking with this tarantula, right? You got to do that. And so he had to, get himself worked up and hyped up to do it. And sure enough, like, he was just deathly scared when that tarantula was crawling across his mouth and stuff, right? Yeah, pretty wild. So much that he couldn't scream when the tarantula was on his face, right? Because then it would frighten the tarantula. So what they did was they dubbed it over. He recorded that scream, not in that moment, but outside of that moment where he just screamed, and then they put that scream on over that, his voice in that particular scene. What else comes to mind? What other pranks you like?
There were a lot of pranks from the Home Alone 3.
From Home Alone 3? No, for sure.
That's because there were 4 bandits.
There were 4 bandits. That's a great, observation on your part. I think that the way they set it up was cool too, because now those bandits are looking for what is like a microchip or a chip that was inserted into like their, or switched with a remote control car or whatever it was in the luggage, or no, it wasn't in a remote control car, and so now they have to find this remote control car. Which happens to be at Alex's house. So I like the way they set that up. They're not necessarily trying to rob the house like in the first one, but they're trying to just find this item that got switched around at the airport. And the second one is cool too because it differentiates that from the first one. In the first one, what is it? The wet bandits, they're trying to rob houses and get stuff, right? But in the second one, they're trying to rob the toy store. Was it Duncan's Toys?
It was Duncan's Toy Chest, which is fake.
Which is fake. Good note, for sure. As a kid, I used to think that it was. I used to think, for whatever reason, that they recorded it in. Yeah, at FAO Schwartz, for sure. But come to find out, no, it was a whole fake building scene. It wasn't even a real store, for sure. So good note on your part. Yeah, but even in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, they're robbing the toy store, as opposed to the first one where they're trying to rob houses, which was different from the third one where they're just trying to get this chip from this kid's remote control car, right? So I like the differences there. They're still similar in concept, but also different in their own way, which I thought was cool. I think that's what I liked about the sixth one, Home Sweet Home Alone, was that the individuals were not trying to rob the house. Well, kind of. They were just trying to get this doll, which had been taken from their house, right? And so they had to try to sneak into this house to get it, right? And ultimately, they weren't bad people trying to do bad things, right? And everything worked out in the end for all parties involved, the kid and the mom and dad who were trying to find this doll, right? So I thought that was...
Well, it wasn't their mom and dad. It wasn't his mom and dad.
Who's mom and dad?
The guys.
No, I know, but they were the mom and dad to the other 2 kids of the house because they had to have to sell their house if they didn't find this doll, right? So their family was going to have to move from their house, but once they found the doll, they had enough money to be able to stay where they were at with their kids. So they were trying to take the doll that kid had taken from their house when they came to the open house when it was on the market for sale. What else you got? What else you want to talk about?
It's your turn.
I was just talking. What you mean it's my turn?
It's your turn to talk again.
Okay. You want to stop there?
No, it's fine. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, that's all I got for right now.
We could stop.
We could stop? Okay. Deuces.